Together we stand, a family so strong, in unity of self-maze where we all belong. With love in our hearts, we share the same goal, to lift up each other and make our spirits whole. We gather as one
Good morning. Good morning. Well, here it is, Sunday morning. Yay! We're all happy to be here. Yay! Okay, so don't forget to silence your cell phones. I think I forgot to. I'll do that in a little bit.
Well, hi.
My name's Kate Turner.
We haven't seen you in an age.
On platform.
Good. Welcome. Hi there.
Welcome. Very happy to be here. Looks like a nice crowd. Good to see all of you on this beautiful, chilly morning, but beautiful day. Can you believe it? It's the middle of January, and we've got sunshine, 70-degree weather. We are blessed, for sure. Yeah, that's why we live here. So many times I've heard that from people. I want to thank Amy for the gorgeous flowers. Yes. Of course she did, yes. Absolutely beautiful. And I know we have at least one new person here today who's visiting. Any other newcomers? No? Well, why don't you jump up and tell us who you are?
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Maggie Davis and I'm their daughter.
Where are you from?
Omaha, Nebraska.
Of course,
And
Nebraska.
it is much warmer here.
It is a lot warmer. So you're going to stay the rest of, like, a while, right?
I wish. I leave tomorrow.
Well, it's wonderful having you here.
Thank
We have a little thing that we do for our guests, and if no guests, we do it for each other. We love you, we bless you, and we welcome you. Okay. All right. Our first singing today, of course, the beautiful, the effervescent, the talented Jennifer. But before you, I'm just going to tell you what the order of appearance in the services, so that I can go sit down and off my cell phone. So we're going to have Jennifer first to do a lovely song, All This Love. And then we're going to have an opening prayer by Kay Davis. And then we'll have the daily word by Elise Ratcliffe. And then meditation by Helen Bailey following the song that she will do. Which, remember, we don't applaud loudly. We just recognize, because we want to keep it in a Zen mood, right? All right. I think that's everything from me. So, Jennifer.
Thank you so much. Wow, what an intro.
So lovely to see all of you again, and for the first time. Get us warmed up a little bit this morning. I'm gonna take in this life. Open my eyes and my heart to the world in brilliant new ways. See my ways. Watch all the colors combine and explode. Let them fill in the cracks and the unfinished parts of my soul. Here I go. I release all my secrets and all my pain. Grab hold to the truth, made a bond stronger than my chains.
That's good. Oh, so good to see all of you. There is only one life. That life is God. It is the one source in which we live, move, and have our being. Like the goldfish swimming in the fishbowl, we look out and we see the physical world and don't know we are immersed in spirit. Spirit surrounds us, protects us, heals us, and fills us with all we need, even before we ask. So let's take a deep breath in. And relax into our body. Our feet touch the floor. And we remember Mother Earth and tell her thank you for her support. Our attention goes back up to our heart space. Love is there. Peace is there. Thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. And we remember the 12 powers of man, and we relate to them as they come to mind. Reverend Jeanne tells us we are the light of the world, so let your light shine. We set an intention to consciously let go of the outside world and hold ourselves quietly in knowing the divine presence is always with us, and we give grateful thanks for the magnificent treasure that is our life in God. We send peace, love, and healing out to the world. Send love, send peace. Amen.
Short Girls Rock. Short Girls Rock. Yes. Good morning, everybody. I invite you to take a big, deep breath in, and as you do, take in all of the peace that you can gather up in your heart. And with a big exhale, just let go of chaos and stress. The daily word for today is world peace. As I affirm peace, I help create a peaceful world. In 1964, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "It is not enough to say, we must not wage war. It is necessary to love peace and sacrifice for it. We must concentrate not merely on the negative expulsion of war, but the positive affirmation of peace." Of course, I will work toward creating the kind of world I wish to see, investing my effort and energy to ending conflict, discrimination, and other kinds of negativity. But I also put my energy into creating harmony, cooperation, opportunity, and other positive outcomes. Today, I affirm that peace is dawning all over the world, blessing all people with warm feelings of cooperation and togetherness. I affirm peace is here, even as I strive to create it. May the God of peace himself sanctify you entirely, and may your spirit and soul and body be kept sound. 1 Thessalonians 5:23.
If you don't already, have your eyes closed. Please close them now. Relax and inhale deeply, allowing that breath to flow throughout your entire body. As you breathe in, allow the positive flow of energy and love from the divine to fill you with a sense of internal peace. Breathe out, releasing any anxiety. As your mind quiets, you become more aware of the divine essence and all that is possible in your life. You and the divine are one. Allow any thoughts that enter to just pass through and become even more aware of God's presence. Know that the light of God surrounds you. God's love is enfolding you right now. God is protecting you. And God always watches over you. In this shared space with the divine, recognize your inner strengths and purpose. Know that all things are possible. Allow yourself to carry the spirit of the divine with you throughout your days, and you will spread kindness to the world around you. You are love. While inviting a sense of profound renewal toward revitalizing every part of yourself, slowly open your eyes and appreciate that God is always with you.
That was lovely. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Imagine, if you will, that I am lighting a candle at both ends. The problem is that this candle is very representative of a lot of our lives. Maybe not perhaps all of us in this room, but I'm speaking today to the masses. We're burning the candle at both ends. We're working night and day, and many of us are exhausted. I saw a friend this week that's very spiritual. She doesn't participate in a community, a spiritual community or anything. She was just absolutely exhausted and not motivated. So today's talk isn't necessarily for this group here, because I know we know so many people that are going through heavy times, and we may be too. But a lot of people are experiencing overwhelming stress and burnout in their physical body. And I wonder how many of us are in the room experiencing exhausted physical stress. The divine designed us to work and then to rest. A great number of folks are experiencing a juggling of their careers, their homes, their children. Some are working 2 and 3 jobs in this economy. And some retired people find that they're giving more and more to their family, and they just don't have anything left for themselves. Over time, these people may find that they are like an empty cup, and people are still asking them to give more, but they don't have anything left to give. They're drained, they're depleted, and they don't have anything left to even give to themselves. When you have the candle burning on both ends, burnout can come so quickly. However, it's very interesting. If you blow out one side of the candle, what happens? The candle lasts so much longer. You don't have human energy to keep it burning on both sides for very long. But with God's light and God's full help, you are burning with a full flame, a higher flame, a brighter flame. But you're being recharged at the same time. And you're continually causing the flame to glow and to grow. It never burns out. The divine creates the perpetual flame in, through, and as you. The divine flame gives you profound rest and renewal. When we are going through stress in our lives and perhaps feeling angry or fearful or overwhelmed, we look into the mirror and it's easy to see that negative energy working against us. And we know we're not at our best. And we wonder, how in the world are we ever going to get our full power back again? I ask you to just take a deep breath and hear this. God gives full power again and again and again. Every time someone asks you to do something for them, do you feel you hardly have anything to give because you're empty? God feels, God knows your emptiness, and God can turn it around. Everyone knows someone that is going through this right now. Even though this lesson might not be for you personally, it will help to equip you to understand what family members or friends may be facing. What do we live for? Do you remember when we were teenagers what we lived for? We lived for joy. Every second of every day was for joy. We know this. We see it again and again when we watch our children, when we watch our grandchildren. The major thing in their lives, everything they do in every moment is for joy. They're constantly searching and looking with their eyes and their whole being for things to do to fill their lives with joy. Could that be that we feel joy when we're with them? There's no veil to raise with a child. But something happens to us over time. We become a young man or a young woman and we go to work. We go to work with great excitement because we say to ourselves, this is going to give me more money so I can have more fun with my life. And I'll be able to do all those things that I've always wanted to do. I can take those trips. I can buy all those things
and I can do all the things that I've dreamed of. And early on, we choose to work to improve the quality of our lives. Early on, we work so we can have more joy. But then something happens. We work so we can have more work. Our work becomes an all-encompassing thing in our lives. We work so we'll receive our rewards from others at work, so we might be promoted. And if we work hard, we'll get a reward and more work. And suddenly we see that the joy we once had is gone, and we are just working on a treadmill. We're just working. You know, recently I saw a video on, I believe it was through Facebook, on YouTube, of a gentleman who had moved to Costa Rica in the last few months. And he said, "Oh, I can't explain how relaxed it is over there. The vibe everywhere is chill." Whereas in America, he said, everyone he knew was on edge, stressful, and fearful. It's an underlying vibe in the collective consciousness. So we take a deep breath, and we know God can give us profound rest. That underlying thing is not who we are. That's a lie that we buy into. We don't have to. If we notice that the candle is burning at both ends and we're tired, suddenly we might wonder, well, what in the world is going on? Where did the fun of life go? What happened to the joy that I used to feel? Why am I feeling so depleted? And this can happen at any stage in life. Sometimes we feel more tired in retirement. I've been retired since May. I'm exhausted. How about when we become a caregiver for another adult? Oh my goodness. We wonder where more needed energy is going to come from. We notice other people, some people seem invigorated with life. They seem directed by God daily. Some people live life with so much fun, and their lives seem to be a continuous playground. They're invigorated and become more productive as the years go by. They're not working alone. God is working through them. God brings divine ideas into our human mind, divine direction unto our path, and constant inspiration. God is the creator of energy and life, and when we open up to it, we have it. Yet we see people who wander aimlessly, drained like a discharged battery, almost out of energy, and we wonder why. If we're wondering about ourselves, if that other person staring at us in the mirror is us, we ask, how can I turn this around? There's no better time or place to do this than today. To rest and renew ourselves. To reflect on God. And to have that cleansing and renewing of the divine come through us in a very special and holy way. Everything can change with prayer and meditation. And we know that. It's like we know that smoking is unhealthy, and some people just know it, but they do it anyway. They can't stop. Or eating sugar, we just know it, but we can't stop. We know prayer and meditation changes it all. And we can find new energy, new hope, and we can find a new path if we need one. There are 3 stages to the discharge of a battery. That's called you. It's called stress, brownout, and burnout.
Stress, you feel physical. I'm gonna go through these fast because I am so uncomfortable talking negative. Like, can you tell? I don't do this normally. But there's so much of it going on in the world, and I want us to have the tools to deal with it and to acknowledge it. We can't just poo-poo negativity because it's real, it's there. So, here we go. Stress. You feel physical and emotional exhaustion. You sleep all night long, but you wake up feeling exhausted. You don't know why, but you do. And it may also involve the development of a negative self-attitude. You begin to look in the mirror and you don't think that you're special anymore. You don't know why, but something has definitely changed. And then this carries over into every aspect of your life. You may have a negative attitude, a loss of concern for others, a feeling of being locked in your routine, a growing state of fatigue. Inside of yourself, you may have a churning anger and increased irritability, loss of enthusiasm or zest for living, and your need for a 10-minute nap turns into a 2-hour nap. And when you fall asleep at night, you may toss and turn. Getting up in the morning is absolutely exhausting. So I'm sure nobody's going through that in this room, but we probably know somebody that is, right? So for those people that are in this stage, the cycle seems unbreakable. They don't know how to get out of this feeling. And in time, there's this attitude. Who cares? Who cares anyway? I'm going to be this way, and that's just the way it is. Who cares? Physically, they may have persistent headaches, stomach aches, stomach upsets, body aches, and even skin disorders. They have a growing feeling of incompetence, fragmentation, and alienation. They try to overcome by pushing harder, longer. They've gotten the rewards of joy. Therefore, they push harder and longer, depleting whatever energy they have left. If you relate to stage 1, ask for God's help. Turn within. Jesus said it's simple. You just gotta turn within. Okay, brownout, stage 2. This is the time that we become silent. Even when our opinions are sought by others, we appear sullen and angry at all times. We use all our energies to resist the psychological and emotional overloads. The feelings inside of us are overwhelming. But we don't know what we're afraid of. We have anxiety and we feel helpless. Many find that when they're in stage 2 brownout, that it's hard or impossible to ask for help. They don't want to admit to anyone else that they're feeling this way. Our feelings lead to doubt, paranoia, inadequacy. Giving our best now almost seems like a joke. Your original motives for entering your vocation, you don't even remember. They become very hazy and questionable. If you relate to stage 2, what? Turn to God. Ask for God's help. Stage 3, burnout. The energy to deal with the demands of a job, a home life, has been depleted. A person in this stage has a great cynicism about their work, their career, their vocation, and everything else about their lives. They experience alienation, withdrawal, and defeat. Social contacts take an exorbitant amount of energy, and we can feel resigned to the fact that we're just not good enough anymore. Something has happened, and we just want to escape. Have you ever heard about people who just come to work one day and quit? They don't tell anybody about it. They just have been in a decline for a while, and they don't know why. They don't talk to anybody about it, and when you least expect it, they're just gone. And that also happens in relationships. family, friendships. Have you ever heard about marriages where all of a sudden he or she comes home and the spouse is just gone? Stage 3, burnout, is a very possible reason for this occurrence. Our human minds and bodies are like batteries. If we give and give and give and then find we don't have any power left, we are like a person who is being held underwater fighting for air. Or we're like the cornered animal which has to fight its way out through life. Reasoning doesn't come into this point of stage 3. There's no reasoning. The person's going to run and do anything he or she can without considering others to find his or her life again. And when we're in this situation, and hopefully before we reach stage 3, how do we turn it around? What do we do? Stress, brownout, and burnout are preventable in the first place. You can prevent this stress by recognizing that stress is caused by resistance. Whatever you resist, Jesus said, don't resist evil. Turn the other cheek. Go the second mile. Love your enemies. He told us to love, forgive, bless, and pray. We thought he was talking about other people. But he was also talking about other events or whatever causes stress in our lives. If something causes us stress, we have allowed that inside of us. You are the gatekeeper of your peace. Nobody else, you. It is better to not resist it, better to love it, where it is, and let it be. How much better is it to go into our situations, whatever they may be, with love with love inside of us, instead of resistance that is ripping us and tearing us apart at the core of our beings. Now, you need to hear this. When I say love and forgive and bless and pray, I am not teaching us to become a doormat. And I'm not teaching peace at any price. I am simply saying to not mentally fight something. Our third unity principle says, thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. Our thoughts, beliefs, emotions, feelings powerfully create the life that we are experiencing. If you go into a situation that you don't like, or something is happening that you don't like, that thing is going to stay that way. It's just there. But the important thing is, how do you handle it in your mind? Don't allow it to affect you, or it will have total power over you. You with me? How much better is it to go to God and say, thank you for helping me to flow with this situation. I am peace, and I can feel that peace in my gut. And say it like you really mean it. Feel that peace in your gut. Nobody knows what's going on at this moment. This is between you and your God. You're just holding your peace. Oh, something uncomfortable is happening here. I can resist it, or I can just go inside and be peaceful with this situation. I have a handout for you to take home today. I asked Julia to find someone who will hand them out. The paper, I don't usually burn trees, but I've had this paper for over 30 years. I found it when I was moving this weekend. So I thought, I'm going to burn it instead of throwing it over. I'm going to give homework and use it instead of throwing it away. Plus, I wanted to talk about it, but there's just not enough time today to cover it. So this is, it's homework. And it'll help you to release your stress and go with the flow. Speed out of burnout so you can be proactive with your stress. So when an event enters our lives, we can choose how to relate to it. I love this story which illustrates the concept beautifully. This is a true story about a couple who was driving in the high mountains. They were driving, talking to one another, and all of a sudden, the driver missed the curve. They went over the side of a cliff at 55 miles per hour. When you go over a cliff at 55 miles per hour, this is about as bad as things can get. You know, in your rational thinking, that this is the end. You're not going to get through this. As their car was sailing down, the woman said that as they silently said their prayers, a great peace overcame them. They decided they were going to enjoy this. What a view there is from there. They were sailing down at hundreds of miles per hour, and they were at peace. They just knew that everything was going to come out okay. As the car approached the ground, it landed on a beaver's dam, which broke the fall. After the car had come to a stop, the couple looked at each other and realized they did not have a bruise or a scratch on them. They opened the doors of the car, which was slowly sinking in the beaver's dam, because the beaver's dam was sinking, and climbed onto the roof of the car. They smiled and they laughed with each other. At that point, someone was driving by and noticed those skid marks going off the cliff. They parked their car and looked down and saw the couple laughing and smiling, sitting on top of their car. This person called a tow truck, which came and towed the car out of the beaver pond. The car didn't have a scratch on it. True story. And the car started immediately. Locals who had been by that way hundreds of times said, the interesting thing is that we've never seen a beaver pond here before. True story. Did they create that with their thoughts, do you think? Connecting with their peace? The most misunderstood animal in the world is the ostrich. People think the ostrich puts his head into the sand to hide. But actually, the ostrich is hard of hearing. And he puts his head in the sand to tune into the vibrations of what is happening around him. When we go apart for a while to pray, we're not putting our heads in the sand to hide. We're tuning into the vibratory force of God that will come through us, renew us, and recharge us, giving us ideas and helping us to go about our daily living fully and vibrantly alive. God bless. Let's say our affirmation together. I am free. I have an inner light that shows me the illumined path. The divine is the light that shines through me. I allow this light to shine. I feel its radiance within me and within the situations in my life. One power, one power. That's all right. One power, one power, one power. There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. There's one power indescribable, yet you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth. It's as simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it good, Father, angels' wings or heaven's door. Whatever name you give, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power. We speak so many languages, have different clothing, different colors, different names. The difference is only dangerous, but we forget that in the heart we're all the same. But remember, once we close our eyes to see that such distances were never meant to be. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, Hashem, or Heaven's door. It's Mohammed, it's your mind, it's your soul, it's your sign. The universe, it's music, Mother Earth, or Father Time, but whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. Oh, it's the power of love in you and me. One power, one power, one power, one power. It's the moment of creation. It's an everlasting peace. It's the freedom of forgiveness, the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunshine on your face. It's the birthright of all nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby, the serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon, for it's love that's most deep. It's one
Beautiful tune. Made our minister cry. Made us all cry. He sings like that. I gotta learn that. For now. That song is absolutely gorgeous. And it's time for giving. And of course, we always say we want to give with joy. I'm excited. Tomorrow is our board meeting, and we have November and December tithes to be deciding. So we get to be very generous tomorrow as a board and as this church representing you. So I look forward to that. Before we sing again our song for our offering, let's do our offering blessing together. Divine love richly flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful for the blessings of this day. I am grateful for the blessings on the way. I'm going to sing something here. I know, that always goes up. Like somebody's going to use their camera from back there and do that. I don't know. But okay, it shows we're in the 21st century. Yes. It really does.
All right, let's sing together. The words will be on the screen, I believe.
Maybe.
That's okay, just follow my lead.
I didn't know this song. I didn't know this song.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 Gratitude before me. Gratitude behind me. Gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 I'm so grateful.
Now we'll bless our gifts. Please join me. We dedicate these tithes to the work of the Spirit of truth. We are one with the opulence of God. We are now in the flow of infinite abundance, and thanks for the prosperity that is ours by divine right. Amen. Okay, time for announcements. As I said, we're going to have our board meeting tomorrow. That's one announcement. And of course, anyone from the church is ready to attend. We meet in the Bradford room, and it'll be room B. I think that's the middle one. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock. In Oakwood. What did I say? I Oakwood, Bradford Room. Wednesdays, of course, now we have the first and third Wednesdays, 2 to 3:30 in the Mirror Room. Sheila Taylor is the lead on that. If you have any questions, ask her or just show up. We want to thank Jennifer for the wonderful music. We want to thank Amy for your wonderful opening prayer, Elise for your daily word. Can I get to the end of this, please? Thank you so much. Helen for a very nice meditation. It was really beautiful. And Dawn. Very thankful of you. If you notice, he can't change the screen like doing it. He can't. He's so humble. That's why.
Good job, Don. Yay.
And we want to thank Jeanne too, because she comes in and they really help set all of this up when Derek's not here. So thank you for coming on.
Yes, thank you.
And thank all of you for being here today. It's so nice to see almost every seat filled up. It's just great. We're so grateful for all of you. So I don't think there's anything else except listening to Jennifer sing us out, and then we'll do the prayer for protection. All right. Y'all have a great week. Don't forget to get these. I love that they're not your shirt.
I'm not with the heart of God within me. I sing with the voice of God within me. I rest in the peace of God within me. Everything praises God within me. I know with the might of God within me. I pray with the faith of God within me. I trust in the power of God within me. Everything praises God within me. I am a safe and loving place, full of beauty and amazing grace. I am with the joy of God within me. I shine with the light of God within me. I am who I am because of God within me. Everything praises God.
Let's stand for the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. And the presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is, because you are, and I am, the I am. And so it is. Amen. I'm a beautiful
Our spirits start to rise with faith as our guide. We reach for the sky. voices united.